Since the exciting news regarding Stardew Valley and its new upcoming 1.6 update, my brain is on overdrive, and I cannot stop thinking about the possibilities that this update could bring. I am so excited to find out what Concerned Ape has installed for us once again. Almost 8 years since Stardew Valley got released, and the legend himself is still giving us fresh, free content today. Unbelievable. But while we wait patiently for the new update to drop, today I'm going to share with you my 1.6 wish list and discuss what I personally would love to see get added to this next installment of Stardew Valley. So what do I want to see get added to the 1.6? Where do we start? Well, firstly, nearly everything that I'm going to talk about today is based around a theme. A similar pattern to the previous updates that we've seen, like the 1.5, where we got Ginger Island, very hot and tropical, summer beach island vibes. But for the 1.6, I personally would love to get a jungle or a rainforest inspired update. We know that we're getting a brand new farm layout, so I would love to see a jungle theme farm. Very wet, humid, and large. One of the biggest maps yet to make perfect for the new 8-player multiplayer that is coming to 1.6. Now yes, I know we have a forest farm and the Ginger Island farm, which you could argue are both similar to a jungle, but guys, I am talking like brand new trees, new foliage, a new soil or grass texture, very dense, lots of tall trees, the sounds of the jungle critters, maybe with some new visible critters that you can see like snakes, frogs, spiders, lots of rain, and then a large river running through the whole map to split it in half. Basically, the Amazon rainforest. So different to Ginger Island where that was tropical and hot, well this is going to be very humid, wet and damp. Now a jungle theme actually might not be far-fetched. We could actually see this to 1.6, because we mustn't forget that we saw a sneak peek recently which included things like parrots and frogs. It seemed to be a new tree that we saw on the image. We got a quiver and arrows, which indicates we're getting a new bow. This could all indicate that a jungle farm could actually be accurate. It is wishful thinking, I know, but I personally would be extremely happy if this came true. So if we were to get a new jungle farm, what would it benefit us? Let's talk about the pros and cons, because every farm layout in Stardew Valley has them. So for the pros, like I kind of mentioned, this would be a very large map, the biggest one yet. We could possibly see more rain, we could have more rainy days on the farm if you selected this layout, which makes sense for a rainforest, right? Maybe you'd get like 8 or 10 days of rain in the whole season, rather than just the 2 or 3 that you see on a normal playthrough. Or maybe, if that's too far-fetched, the soil could get a chance to stay watered overnight without using the fertilizer. You know, it could indicate the soil's very wet and damp, so crops could stay watered for longer. Or even better, imagine if we would never have to water, guys. What if the soil was just if it just stayed wet all the time? Watering can and sprinklers not needed on this farm. A little bit easier for the people who are new or don't want a challenge. It could be insane, guys. Also, another pro that we could see on kind of like a jungle farm is some kind of hot spring, maybe a little farm cave where you could go in there, take a little dip in a hot pool and replenish your stamina. Very similar to the bathhouse, but rather than having to travel all the way up there, you could do this on your farm. I think this would be perfect. Let me know what you think. Now, cons. There's got to be some cons to have an amazing farm like this, right? So I was thinking, what about a new pest? At the moment, we just have crows, but what if we got something like parrots? They're already in the game. It makes sense for like a rainforest or a jungle. Parrots could come and eat your seeds before they even start germinating. Or we could have some wild monkeys that could come and eat your crops or steal some of your produce out of your like machines or something. And another con for this kind of farm would be that there wouldn't be much building space. It's going to be dense. I was talking about lots of trees, you know, like a full dense jungle with a new maybe a new wood, maybe like jungle wood, similar to Minecraft. You could get a complete new wood in the game, which could be used for brand new crafting, which we know is coming to 1.6. So space is going to be a no-go on this farm for buildings. And also another con I was thinking about is maybe because it is going to be like a rainforest and a jungle with lots of rain, we could potentially see more storms, more lightning, which could damage your crops and things like that. So that could be a con, right? Also a pro if you're using the lightning rods, but it's kind of both ways. So sticking with the jungle theme and this amazing jungle farm, what about new crops and trees? Of course, some jungle, rainforest related ones could be avocado, olives, brand new teas. We could get citrus things like lemon. Or what about cocoa trees? And you could get the little cocoa pods to make chocolate. This is literally so fitting, it's perfect, guys. And then obviously with this, with the new crops like the fruit and veg, we could get brand new cooking recipes, which are inspired by like the tropical jungle theme, similar to Ginger Island. So any recipe that involves, you know, avocado and stuff like that, there's quite a lot, right? Now, to go with that, what else do we need on this jungle farm? A brand new farm animal. And I was thinking parrots. Imagine being able to put parrots into a coop, or even better, you get a brand new building like an aviary where you could have like a special cage type building where you can breed parrots, and they could maybe go and find you wild seeds, or they could lay eggs. I think a parrot would be an awesome farm animal to have, and you could get like different colours and different breeds and things like that. Be awesome, guys. Now, on the theme with the animals, new farm animals and buildings, what about frogs, guys? What if we could breed frogs similar to the slimes? Maybe we'll get a brand new building for this, like a slime hutch, where you could put frogs in there and then use their frog spawn or their eggs to breed in the incubator to get new frogs. Very similar to the slimes, but with frogs. This would be amazing. We saw a little sneak peek of different coloured and varied frogs, which is quite strange that we saw that. Why are we getting seen new frogs in the game? Because if it is just a critter that you see randomly hopping around, it's not really exciting. But if you were to breed them and actually have them on your farm, this makes more sense, and it could literally come true, guys. And again, with the frogs, you could see completely different styles, different colours. It'd be so amazing to breed, very similar to the slimes. Now again, jungle inspired. What about new fish? Every update gets new fish. We seem to get 3 new fish with every update. So I have the perfect fish for an Amazon rainforest jungle theme. The red belly piranha, or just a piranha. It makes sense. You could catch these in the rivers on the farm. And then what about a different kind of catfish, or a peacock bass, or even better, the rare arowana, a very, very rare jungle fish. Possibilities are there, guys. The possibilities are there. Now, with all of these new fish and this new theme, what about if we take a step away from the farm a second and talk about a brand new area that we could discover? Now, this could be either in the main Pelican town, so what about if we actually could use the train? Imagine the train station as a purpose. We looked like we saw a little icon for some kind of a ticket. It looked to me like a train ticket. Imagine if the train could take us somewhere new. And what if this place was basically like a jungle, or like temples or ruins or something like that, like a tourist attraction. And then there you could see all of the new fish and things like that, the new forage. Or Ginger Island could get an expansion, guys. We saw the Jojo parrot, a little sneak peek picture on Ginger Island. What about if we get a brand new area to discover on Ginger Island? Again, keeping in with that jungle rainforest theme, perfect fitting for Ginger Island, right? This is where the new fish could be caught and things like that. We now have a bow and arrow, so maybe new enemies, new monsters. This could be insane, guys. Now, let's take a little step away from the jungle theme. What other things do I want to see actually come to Stardew Valley that's not themed? So first thing is the festivals that we have, and we've got 3 new festivals in the game, 1 main one and 2 mini ones. I want one of them at least to be some kind of animal festival. Something that we could maybe do like a horse race, or a chicken festival where you could show off your chickens and, you know, similar to the Harvest Moon back in the day. There was lots of animal related festivals that you could do. I think Stardew Valley needs something like this. We've got nothing like that. You know, the animals have no purpose other than staying on the farm. Imagine if you could actually select your favourite chicken, the one you've had the most, the one with the most hearts. You know, they could get judged. It could be so cool. That could probably be the main Stardew Valley festival that we're going to get. But what about the mini ones? At least one of these, in my opinion, should be something to do with the community centre. I personally want to see the community centre have some kind of purpose, and a mini festival seems so fitting for this. Imagine like a little celebration once a year, maybe on the day that you actually rebuilt the community centre. On that day you completed it and got it built back up, you could have a little celebration where everybody gets together and have like a nice little day there, you know, where you can leave. You don't have to stay there all day. You can go and enter whenever you want, but just that day all the NPCs will be in there putting on some food and activities for the kids. It'll be amazing. And then maybe another little mini festival could, you know, revolve around your husband or wife. maybe you could go on a special date together or something like that. You know, I know we've got the movie theaters and stuff like that, but what about actually celebrating something with your partner? I think that would be quite fitting as well. Or with the kids, you know, taking the kids out. Now, of course, what comes with these updates as well, we already know that we're getting some are crafting recipes. We saw a little sneak peek of what looked like some kind of machine that produced something for fish. It had a little fish icon. We know we're going to get a lot more of these, maybe with new furniture, new decoration as well. We've seen this with Ginger Island with the tropical theme. We got like the tropical beds. We've got the fish aquariums, you know, the new banners, the new walls and floors, the totems and all that kind of stuff. So if we could say if we're thinking with the jungle theme, we could get loads of jungle furniture as well. I could go on and on. There's so much that I would love to see, and you know, I'm trying to keep it realistic, so like the things that I want, potentially we could see come. It's clear to us now that this update is actually a lot bigger than we thought, and the possibilities are endless. You know, we saw Ginger Island. I never expected Stardew Valley to have an update like that, where you could go to a brand new place, on a boat, on an island. So why not see more stuff like that? You know, we could maybe go to a town, a village, a city. You'd never know, guys. This update seems bigger than I thought it was, and we could have a surprise in store for us here. This could be an amazing update, one that you never would have imagined. Even bigger than Ginger Island. Oh, it's going to be crazy, guys. Let me know what you personally would love to see come to 1.6. What is your wish list? Just obviously bear in mind, this is just what I want to see. I would love to see a jungle, Amazon, rainforest themed. I think this is just sparking so much creativity in my head as a content creator. The things that I could do with that kind of farm layout and that kind of content, and as a lover of this game, I think that would just bring so much enjoyment to me. I've seen a lot of people talk about the theory that I had in the previous video where I thought maybe we'd get a winter farm, you know, with the new winter outfits and things like that. I think that's still possible. I know a lot of people are talking about as well that they think that the farm layout is going to be something specially created for 8 players, similar to the 4 corners. Because if you think about it, if we can have 8 players on a farm now, we've actually got no map or farm layouts that are big enough for that. Other than the standard layout, you know, a lot of them are cramped. So we know that this next map, in my opinion, is going to be big. It's going to be huge. And I still think that could be a possibility with a jungle, because jungles are naturally large. So we'll see. We could even see a desert farm layout, just pure open desert. This would be crazy. I mean, that's the biggest kind of layout you could have, right? But like I said, I could go on and on. That is a little bit of a brief wish list of mine. The theme that I want to see, some of the content I'd love to see. Let me know if you think it's far-fetched or if you'd also like to see that as well. And if you're excited for 1.6, smash that like button, because I believe this update is on the way, guys. It's definitely coming this year, in my opinion. Sometime, maybe I'm saying November, maybe December. But guys, thank you again for all the support. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you're excited for 1.6 and you want to see all the fresh content. I'm going to be going through everything, starting a brand new playthrough on this new farm. I am so excited. It's going to be a brand new journey. It's almost like playing Stardew Valley for the first time again. I love when new content comes because it's new. It's just so exciting to explore all the new secrets and all of the new content. I just can't wait, guys. Make sure you all take it easy, stay safe, and stay cozy.